Wow, they even got a grilled cheese stand here. You know, never thought you'd see that in the county fair.
Love that shirt.
Thank you.
Very good.
Decorate your shoes. Ooh, tattoos for your cars, trucks, and trailers.
Up close and personal. So let's give a big, warm welcome to those world-famous Frisbee dogs, the Disc Connected K9s.
Come on, Alligator, one more time, let everybody.
That is Jonograph by Lawrence. Please clap, he is so proud of that stupid joke.
I thought that up, old folks. Here she comes, all the way from Cleveland, Ohio. Please put your hands together for the broken dog. This is Miss Bel Air. Jody, I need another disc quick. I'm sorry.
Okay, folks, I might be getting a little off topic with this one, but this is just one of those ideas that's just scratching my head for a long time, and it bothered me so that I couldn't get any sleep. So I'm going to talk about it now. This is a National Film Registry. Here, you get to elect films that were made in America, and you get to include them one by one. Well, only 25 can be elected, and nominated, and preserved on this site. Let me show you. While I'm clicking on here, I don't know if you can see the mouse or not, this is the form. The National Film Registration Nomination Form. You can nominate films and shorts. And that's all there is. If you need some help with that, this can help you. Some films not yet named to the registry, which means it contains certain films that they included. All the films that they chose are the ones that are either successful, timeless, and memorable, and not so much the ones that are either considered to be box office flops. Others just fade within time. You know what? Let's take a look. Boop. Any moment now, boom. There we go. And believe me, there's a huge list to go around for this one. Starting from 1890, going all the way down to 2013. As I'm recording this, at least. This ain't no field. I just saying it ain't no field. That's the wrong spot for manure. There is a catch though with this website though. If you do need to vote, you must remember, they only accept films made in America. No Japanese, no British, no French, no Italy, no Canadian either. Only American. What's even more surprising to find out, and there's quite a coincidence for this one, when I checked the list under 1983, 3 of Stephen King's movies were on that list. So 3 of Stephen King's novels became 3 different movies from different studios. Cujo, The Dead Zone, and Christine. Who would have thought?
Boy, they're strong. Stronger than I even thought.
Come on, you. Yeah.
There you go.
That manure girl you saw, we had to help her. The gate was strong to close for her pig pen, where her pigs are kept, in case you were wondering what was going on. So yeah, community service. What do you expect? There is only one downfall to the National Film Registry, though. Any film that does not become a box office success, they don't make the list. Or they're just forgetful over time. For example, there's Escalation, Bosco at the Zoo, Giddy Up, and Chicken Little. Those are animated cartoons. The movies, however, are just the same as them. Among the films that I like that sadly did not make the list is the Disney comedy Rocket Man, the 1982 horror film Creepshow, and above all that, they did not list Freddy vs. Jason. And now, as you see, I'm just going to give you a handful of films that are in there. You might recognize some in the list. So let's go down to 1934, for example. I see Betty in Blunderland, a Betty Boop cartoon. Hey, the Big Bad Wolf, the sequel to The Three Little Pigs, by Disney. How did I miss this one? Betty Boop's rise to fame? Above Betty in Blunderland? Holy shit. And I think there's some other great ones too, like The Gay Divorcee. I can see that down here. Gulliver Mickey. That's Mickey Mouse. And The Honky Donkey? Never heard of that. Jolly Little Elves. That's, no, don't tell me. It's, Walter Lantz of Universal. Hey, let's sing with Popeye. Men in Black? That's the Three Stooges short. And matter of fact, the only Oscar-nominated Three Stooges short. And look up here. Somewhere is Jack Frost, the Ub Iwerks cartoon. Great selections. Among the 2022 films that got preserved are the following: Carrie from 1976, The Little Mermaid from 1989, and Iron Man from 2008, the first Marvel film to be preserved. Congratulations, you mighty Man of Steel.
We interrupt this program for Stromboli.
No Stromboli. What he meant was, we interrupt this program so we can give you all a break. So I can recover myself and give you more information later. So in the meantime though, while you're recovering, instead of a commercial break, why don't you watch these Disc Connected K9s that I filmed at the county fair?
Good job. Back through. Up top. I'm sure by now you guys have all figured out that we don't have to do much to get our dogs amped up. We have the exact opposite problem. We have to devise not only modules but moves that get them to slow down periodically through playing with them, that force them to focus on us and think about what they're doing. So here's a module designed specifically for that. Drop, go around, go. Come on, go. Go around. Think that? You got faked again. Yeah. That's it. Mom never fixes your bandana. Stop. For you. Now stay. Now wait. Here comes a rollback. These are nasty. Stay right there. Now you wait. Oh, you missed the easiest throw in the whole routine. Drop. All right, folks. folks. Now, she came up with this trick herself, so we hug. All right, now get ready. Here it comes. Drop. You didn't. Oh, there it is. Yes.
I think I'm pretty much about done with my break, so what do you say we move on, shall we? Other movies that made the list included Hairspray from 1988, House Party, 1990, Mardi Gras Carnival, 1898, Superfly, 1972, and When Harry Met Sally, 1989. These are just a handful of films selected from last year's National Film Registry. And I'm sure there's going to be plenty more to talk about too. Let's go all the way back to 1989, when it all began, shall we? 1989 is when it all began. And at the same time, guess who was born that year? Yep, yours truly. I was born in September 1989. They announced their first registry in December 1989. The first 25 movies that they selected. And a lot of them, believe it or not, are Best Picture winners. Let's see. You got... Work with me now. I'm trying to think. I think I need a list for this one. Excuse me. Hey, Bubba, let's see, what do we have? Maybe I was wrong. It's not just Best Picture winners here. Let's see, we got Some Like It Hot, The Wizard of Oz, Star Wars, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Singing in the Rain, Nanook of the North, On the Waterfront, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, Modern Times, The Maltese Falcon, High Noon, The Grapes of Wrath, The Best Years of Our Lives, Citizen Kane, Casablanca, Dr. Strangelove, The Learning Tree, The General, and Gone with the Wind. Some of them were Best Picture winners. Others were Best Picture nominees. Some of them have grown such a huge popularity over time. And believe me, those films are the best to begin with. And years to come, more great talented films will join the line. Here is what they are. I'm not going to cover all of them, only a handful to select. And there's way too many to go through, trust me. There's also How Green Was My Valley, Harlan County, USA, All Quiet on the Western Front, 1930, and hey, Red River. That's Red River, not Red River Hog. Thank you. And look, another film that's called The River. Oh yeah, I forgot. The Great Train Robbery is on that list too. Look out world, here comes 1991. Other films you see that's not listed are A Place in the Sun, The Prisoner of Zenda, Lawrence of Arabia, Chinatown, and oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Wait! Hey, I just realized something. 3 films came from 1939, and they were preserved back in 1989. That means that those 3 films, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, Gone with the Wind, and The Wizard of Oz, have been preserved on their 50th anniversary. Wow! Talk about a wonderful gift for middle-aged people. Both The Maltese Falcon and the, Citizen Kane. Both The Maltese Falcon and Citizen Kane were released in 1941. And they both got preserved in the same year too. How lucky for them. I think I saw, yep, High Noon and Singing in the Rain from 1952. They both got preserved in the same year as well. Well, well, well. Now I just saw Sunrise and The General from 1927 on the list, preserved for 1989. So many films from the same year, and such an amazing coincidence.
They're chasing us.
Here's Midnight Cowboy, 1956 Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and Safety Last, The Manchurian Candidate, and who could forget Meet Me in St. Louis? That's on there too. Enter 1995. We have North by Northwest, The Last of the Mohicans, American Graffiti, The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse? Never heard of that. Next up is 1996. The movies not pictured this year are The Thief of Baghdad, The Graduate, Flash Gordon Serial, Road to Morocco. I forgot about the Outlaw Josie Wales movie. ...2004 has other films too. Eraserhead, Duck and Cover, Daughters of the Dust, and Pups as Pups. Is that the Little Rascal short? Let me check. Yep, it is. Okay, I think we should stop here. I need a break. I'm starting to lose my head here. Now there's a lot of rules for the National Film Registry, so you might want to listen up because I got a lot to tell you. And I do mean a lot to tell you. These are the rules for this section. Some films not yet named to the registry. It's written, and I quote, "Each year we begin the National Film Registry process anew and start from scratch. So, if you voted for a film one year, but it was not selected, that vote does not carry over to the next year. Films released in 2012, as I'm recording this, are now eligible for registry consideration. And to give you a few ideas, below are some fairly well-known films, not yet selected to the registry. You may vote on any of these films, one vote per film, or for others not mentioned on the list below." Wait, what? All this time when I voted, I was so worried that none of my favorite films made the list, and all this time I could have voted since they're not on the list? Are you kidding me?
Somebody boo-booed.
I couldn't agree more. Life's a bitch. Now remember, some of the films you have to wait 10 years for, before they can become eligible to be on the list. Right now, as I'm recording this is 2023. So the films that were made 20 years ago, 2013, are now eligible to be on the list. And some of these films that you can vote for, they have to be, well, according to them, culturally, historically, or insignificant. It's hard to pronounce this word. Aesthetically significant. I hope I pronounced that word right. And don't worry, the list of films not yet been selected will help you. It'll help you select the films that you need to nominate for. All you have to do is sign on the email address here. No name necessary. You can put yes to be notified, no if you don't. The box here explains about some of the films that you want to nominate. The lesser knowns, as you want to put it. The other box shows you how you find out about the registry. Now, here we are. Enter the films you wish to nominate. Now offhand, I don't know where to begin with. So many great ideas and choices. So I'm just going to go for one, for example. And let's say, this might be a good idea. I'm thinking about the Disney short, Chicken Little. Now, if you're on a cell phone like me, you have to go all the way down to type in the film's year. There's a 50 film, and here's the year. The short is from 1943. And then you can press submit. And then they'll tell you, thank you for voting. And if you want to vote again, you do that. That's the magic of the registry. I'm still pretty bummed that we don't have a national television registry yet. We do have a national recording registry for albums and singles, but that's a whole nother story. Continuing on. But please do vote. Films that receive the most support each year are given special consideration during the process by members of the National Film Preservation Board.
Moving on.
2005 also contained A Raisin in the Sun, 1961, and it rhymes. Miracle on 34th Street, 1947, and Hoop Dreams, 1994. So many wonderful choices, and yet some are kind of forgettable. Well, here's some good news for all of you watching. 3 animated cartoons have been preserved that year, and that's surprising to know. And what are the 3, you ask? I'll tell you. One is the Oscar-winning Disney cartoon, The Old Mill. The second is a stop-motion short by George Pal, John Henry, and the Inky Pooh. And the third? The Story of Menstruation. I know what a weird name that is, but it's produced by Disney and animated by them too. It was a PSA. No joke. Look it up. I'm sure there's a video somewhere online. "2017 has a huge menagerie of films I sadly cannot list here, but other films that's on that list are including the following: Field of Dreams, Ace in the Hole, aka The Big Carnival, 4 Little Girls, and Die Hard. At this point, I'm so happy for Shrek. It became the first animated feature of the 21st century to be preserved in 2020. And, more importantly, the first non-Disney feature animated film to be preserved. Personally, I say it's about time. And now, folks, the moment we've all been waiting for. Right now, it's December 13th, 2023. And you know what the funny thing is? I was just about to log off this computer for the night, call it a night, and I decided, I better check the National Film Registry just to be sure when the date is they're going to release the new selected films. And sure enough, son of a bitch, they just added the new ones. All 25 of them. Would you like to hear them? Here are some of a handful of films that I selected in this year's National Film Registry. Apollo 13, 1995. Fame, 1980. Home Alone, 1990. I got a feeling that was gonna happen. Lady and the Tramp, 1955. Love and Basketball, 2000. The Nightmare Before Christmas, 1993.
Wow, it's about time.
Oh, happy. 12 Years a Slave, 2013. How about that? A recent one. Terminator 2, Judgment Day. And the last one is... It's one of the films I nominated. The film I nominated was Bamboozled, 2000, a Spike Lee movie. I'm gonna party like 1999 tonight, folks. Oh, God, I feel so happy. And I'm sure you're happy, too. And 2 films that starred Catherine O'Hara to be preserved in the same registry. And yes, they're both Christmas related.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, Kevin, what are we going to do with you? You shouldn't be afraid. You should be happy. Another thing I just discovered is this. 2014 had just been added too. Wow, they weren't slow this time. They were fast on their feet. Huh, go team. And that's my review on the National Film Registry. At least up to current date. All I can say is I am so happy. I'm so happy for the recent nominees that they selected. And I got them right here too. Nightmare Before Christmas. About time, I say. Home Alone. Totally. Bamboozled. A surprise on my part. And Lady and the Tramp. Yet, so many great ones. I noticed a whole bunch of coincidences that happen. Here, let me show you. These 2 movies are Christmas films, and they got preserved just in time for Christmas. You guys are so lucky. I think Tim Burton finally got preserved for this. He conceived the story and was a producer. And this was Henry Selick's debut movie. So yeah, he was lucky too. Congratulations, you two. About time. Oof. Dusty. As for Home Alone, Macaulay Culkin is more excited than ever. He's got 2 Christmas presents all in 1 year. This film got preserved, and he just recently got a Walk of Fame star on Hollywood's famous Walk of Fame. Macaulay Culkin, Merry Christmas. And I think this is the 3rd John Hughes movie to be preserved. First being Ferris Bueller, then the second being The Breakfast Club. Yeah, good for John. And I think it's the first film that Columbus did that got preserved, too. As director. This movie. I can certainly say out of all the Spike Lee films I see, this one is my most personal favorite. It taught me everything how a blackface minstrel show works. How wrong it was then, and how wrong it is now. And this, Spike Lee's fifth movie. This is Spike Lee's 5th movie that got preserved. And of course with the other film, Love and Basketball, he produced it. So technically it would be a 6th film that was preserved that he did. But I don't think I'm breathing too deep on that. So yeah, 6 it is. And Lady and the Tramp, both this and this, feature animated films that got preserved. Oh, it's about time. This was technically Touchstone, but then Disney owns that studio and they distribute this film in later releases, so Disney. This film, Landmark, the first film to be released, well, the first animated film to be released in CinemaScope, widescreen. A lot of big time firsts happened here, and I'm so happy. Henry Selick finally got preserved. Tim Burton finally got preserved. Spike Lee once again got preserved for the 5th and 6th time. 12 Years a Slave, a Best Picture Oscar winner of 2013. Yeah, a new recent film that just got preserved. 12 Years a Slave, 10 years worth of wait. Columbus got preserved for directing. John Hughes got preserved for the 3rd time. I am so happy for this. In the meantime, though, what are your thoughts about this? What are your thoughts about the recent winners? Are you happy? Are you disappointed? Sure, I made some nominations for films I made on the list several times. Bamboozled was on one of those lists. I think Home Alone was on there too. I remember Home Alone 2 being on there, but don't know about the first Home Alone. So yeah, I think it's on there too. All I can say is I'm so happy they put them films on the list. Nightmare Before Christmas, Home Alone, it's about time. Christmas classics, yes. Landmarks, absolutely. So what are your thoughts about these? Are you happy for them? Like I said before. Happy? Skeptical? So-and-so? Sad? Well, it's up to you. Me, on the other hand, I'm glad I did this. This may be the only thing I'm gonna do that involves voting. Screw you, presidential elections. We keep getting the worst presidents no matter what. This is the ultimate voting machine for me here. National Film Registry. If you haven't tried it yet, I personally recommend you do. I'm Big Bad Ben. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And congratulations to all you 25 newly selected movies. Congratulations.